When we drop you the Mariah Carey of the new generation, you already have a person in mind. She's cute, she's got those cat ears ready with a high ponytail in between the ears. She can convince you to break up with your boyfriend alongside throwing the PSA on a supreme being's sexuality. This woman beholds power unrivaled, and we all know she only uses it for good. Welcome back to Rocket Stars, and today we're featuring the top performances of the belting beauty, Miss Ariana Grande. Before we move forward, we circle back to the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell button to get notified. It's always a pleasure to remind, but everything will be better if it was followed through. We promise if you do all of this, we'll have you with no tears left to cry. If you don't, well, thank you still, but we'd rather have someone next. Okay, on to Honeymoon Avenue. First off is her performance of her therapy bop, Thank You, Next, live at the Ellen DeGeneres show back in 2018.
Here to perform her brand new song about her past relationships called Thank You, Next, please welcome Ariana Grande.
It featured her alongside the First Wives Club for vocal harmonies, yet Grande powers through quite strongly. Next up is her rendition of Whitney Houston's I Have Nothing, which she sang inside the White House back in 2014. If you were tasked to deliver such a hard song in front of the presidential family with the First Lady and the children enjoying too much off of your performance, you know you're doing it right. Grande didn't only strike the right notes, but also the right chords in everyone's heartstrings all across the Oval Office. Another iconic delivery of hers was at the BBC back in 2018 to give an orchestrated rendition of God is a Woman. She starts us off with her typical smooth runs and a stellar performance, ending it with a high that is as high as the Empire State Building. My God, after all this, how can you still not believe her? Another performance that's important to look back to is her take on Tattooed Heart back at the iHeartRadio Theater, LA in 2015. At such an early time in her career, she managed to create large expectations for her in this single performance. The vintage sound of this song complemented her Halloween garb, reminiscent of a sweet devil getting by through the night with her tricks and treats. Right off from Sweetener in 2018, she visits the Radio 1 Live Lounge to bless us all with a soulful yet low-key rendition of No Tears Left to Cry. It wasn't really a visual spectacle, but rather something exciting for the ears. With her cute hoodie, she was braced to take on all of us with her strong vocals on the very steady song. Lastly, we'll end with something super iconic. Remember her power collab with Jessie J and Nicki Minaj for the song Bang Bang? They had this amazing live cover at the AMAs in 2014 that defied the limits of how much girl power can take on a single stage. Their belts and runs take us to a whole different level. While Minaj spits out her lines flawlessly, at the time it was truly a sight to behold, much like seeing the Spice Girls take over the world once again. Apparent as it is, Miss Grande herself is a pet person. She has 2 dogs named Toulouse and Sirius, which were kind of in a struggle to enter the UK for a time in 2015. This is due to Australian Agriculture Minister Barnaby Joyce being a pain in the ass for us people, mistreating the dogs in the process. Sadly, this is not an isolated case, and has also happened to Johnny Depp with his 2 dogs, Pistol and Boo. By the way, if you still haven't seen, we have recently featured Mr. Depp in a video, which you can catch by clicking on the thumbnail over here. So for one last time, we would like to remind you to like and subscribe to the channel and click on the bell button. This is so that we can have one less problem to worry about in the future. If you're loving what you're watching, it'd be so great to share it with your friends and family so they can get in on the fun too. This has been Rocket Stars, signing off for now.